info. Just filling up the teapot. Some fresh water. Popping in some toast. Some cinnamon raisin bagels for the wife. Some hickory smoked Tofurky goodness for the husband. Which is I. I know I don't have a husband ring to coordinate the coordination of the marriage, but trust me, I'm taken. I am married. I done as much as 2 married dudes would do. I had more banging time than all you married dudes coming in here for the next 10 years. I banged. I'm also Viking. So you are not. Even if you are thinking that your ancestors are Viking, there's no chance you're a Viking. Vikings are people who can go out into the middle of nowhere and survive. Just like you make your own homemade pasta sauce, but you use cans of other spaghetti sauce to make your own sauce. It's not cool. If your biggest accomplishment this morning was putting on socks, you are not a Viking. Just saying. I am a beast. I am from South Central, baby. Hona, yeah. All right, let's get it. We're gonna go with 2 of these puny little. I can't even believe these sandwiches are. I don't even think these are qualified. I can't even eat these. Like, my finger is as long as the bread. I said to wife, I'm like, bread looks small, wife. She said, we take it. We take the bread. We eat the bread. I said, all right. All right, I said. These are plants. If you eat actual meat, then you are eating, well, you should Google pink slime. You were brought up on pink slime. Pink slime is big time at your grocery store. But you wouldn't know that. You're too busy reading what the elites make influencers say out loud. See, where I'm from, in Canada, I got into the States, and I've seen how easy the States has it. The only place that might even slightly remotely compare to where I live is Alaska. And I'm not saying Alaska people, you're kind of pussies. You use guns to hunt, you know? Like, you're not going out and farming in Alaska. You are herding animals into a pen, and then you're butchering them, you know, for your food. Here in Canada, we grow vegetables. Pretty simple. Veggies equals plants equals sustenance. Yeah. The same thing the rhino eats is, you know, the rhinoceros is one of the most powerful animals in the entire free world. And the rhino eats bugs. It eats leaves, you know? It eats lily pads. So anybody out there thinking that you're tough because you eat meat, my God, are you stupid. We've moved past meat eaters thinking they're strong. In fact, here, I'm going to explain something to you. People that I know now realize that plants are healthier than what they eat. And they're very old. These are old people that realize that I know what I'm talking about. But they were like you in the chat, where they thought, oh, you need to eat meat. You know, I'm worried about my daughter. She needs to eat meat. That's not even a thing. You can find more healthy people that don't eat meat than you'll ever find healthy people eating meat. You know, you're not going to find any sick people who are vegans. You're going to find Miley Cyrus, who had, a cocaine addiction the size of, the entire east side of Chicago. Yeah, that bitch went vegan for a day or two. And she did so much cocaine, she had a bowl of salad, and the next day she felt sick. That's why she stopped, doing vegan diet, because Miley Cyrus is on the cocaine diet. So there's a lot of you people in the chat, you 60 million sheeple that follow her, you couldn't be any stupider, because somebody goes live and says, oh, I feel like I'm not getting all my vitamins and protein. Do you know what that sounds like? Oh, I feel like I'm not getting. So all of a sudden you're a fucking nutritional calculator? But a month before, when you were eating A&W and Burger King all month long, your nutritional calculator was fucking spot on, telling you, hey, you're doing A-okay, bud. You're doing A-okay over there. Just give it up, man. Goobers all over the world, I consider people who are know-it-alls with health that don't try it. Don't knock it until you try it. And that mentality has been lost for a very long time on this new generation of so-called know-it-alls. The newest generation, they couldn't be any stupider. They know nothing about cars. They know nothing about gardening. They know nothing about anything. It's a techno-savvy age. So that when you go to school, the schooling you learn is the job you go off to do. So if you limit yourself to schooling of one type, then consider yourself anything but a know-it-all. Because all you know is how to do one job type, yo. And it's not even like a job. It's more your career. Your path is destined for failure, because nobody keeps their same job for 60 years. Let's say you're 18 and you want to work till you're 75. You ain't keeping your job for 60 years. You're going to go through transitional things are going to change your perception, or the work's going to blow, or the people you work for is going to, hinder your ability to stay there for 60 years. Creating a profession, a career around a business that you create, that you are owner and you're the boss, right? That would be a way around that. Most people always feel like they have to go to work for someone. So I'll give you an example, right? If you are out of work, you go apply for a job at someone's business. You don't start a new business when you're out of it. When you're out of job, you don't go start a new business right then and there. But you would have more money coming in, right? Unless you can get a job in 10 days, 6 days, and it's a great paying job. But you would have more money coming in if you were to go do, lawn and garden or painting or something initially, just to start. There's a lot of people that think that you have to work for someone in order to make money. And that's a shame. But the new age, that's all they're going to have. The new age is being taught that you have to work for someone. When I was in school, the trades industry in the 90s was huge. Tradesmen and trades were massive. And you could start up your own business, anything you wanted, anything. It could be sales of clothing, crackers, painting business. It could be anything. And you could do business in Canada. We'll see the trade industry, what it looks like, the trade tech, Tradesmen are, you know, a class above others due to the fact that you're sitting there with, it's not even that you're a skilled worker. You're a professional in the business that you're in. So if you were to walk into an office where you've never worked before and start to go, oh yeah, I'm a professional, but I've never done this job, they're gonna think you're fucking crazy. But if you paint, 60 walls and you do a good job, but by the 60th wall you call yourself a professional, it's probably not a lie, right? It's painting a wall. But yet if somebody else were to hop on a paintbrush or a roller or a sprayer, the job would look completely different if they did it. That's why they hired you. So you would be considered a professional and you'd get paid a higher wage. But these kids nowadays, I don't know if they're relying on parents to die or what it is, but I see a lot of kids nowadays that can barely tie their shoe. They don't know how to count to, 10 in French. So you're not like close to bilingual. And I learned how to count to 10 in French when I was in grade 1. Actually, kindergarten. Actually, I think, no, is there anything predating? I don't know. Yeah, no, I could count to way higher than that. My family taught me how to count when I was in preschool. Like, before I started school, I remember someone in my family teaching me French. What an amazing gift, to have your family teach you something that actually is going to give you back something in the future. Linguistics, a chance to get ahead of, people, or not even get ahead, but just, shine bright. And that's exactly what I did. I shined bright all through my, what do you call that? French immersion. I shined bright all through French immersion, I had a rough go in school, like later on. Not like rough, it wasn't horrible. It just had like, I don't know. I grew up poor, so when it came time to discipline someone, if there was rich kids around, they would usually get off. Even some of the rich kids had parents who were, teachers or stuff like that from the school. They would get off. Or their family was, on the school board or things like that. So I would take the blunt of it or whatever there was. And it was like a couple times, but I remember being unfairly treated a couple of times. I don't even know what. Just overreacted. The teachers had a bad day. Something wanted to take it out on me, so that's how it goes sometimes, and nothing you can do about that. Just shitty teachers. But growing up poor, you kind of feel like, Jesus, is it me? I mean, like, was I targeted because I'm wearing fucking sweatpants and a dusty old hoodie from 16 years ago? Probably. There is a level of hatred towards those who are poor. I've seen it many times here in Winnipeg. Many times. One time I was coming back from a Jets game, and this drunk fuck decided to start screaming at a less fortunate person just walking down the sidewalk. And I think the guy asked for, hey, could you spare a little change? The guy was wearing like all nice clothes, and he just screams like he literally. And it was different than, someone walking up to you while you're eating, dinner in your car. This was like just the guy's walking down the sidewalk, right? And he just did it just out of pure evil. He just screamed at him, scared the living pants off the homeless person, who was small, old, and wasn't a threat to the guy, not in the slightest. I apologized to the gentleman and proceeded to tell the other guy some words of wisdom that you don't want to hear come out of my mouth. But let's just say I dealt with it. And you know, a lot of people aren't going to do what I did, but that's because there's a lot of people that are shallow. You got no backbone. You're hollow. I got this stupid commercial in my head. Sleeping through the night. I don't know how it goes. Something. Everybody, come on, you're gonna get sleepy. Sleeping through the night. So we'll put a little bit of this across it. Shit, this is brand new. We're gonna get a little bit of so my rye toast is from Winnipeg. The plant-based Tofurky, which is quite expensive. Well, it's 2 to 3 times more expensive than your shitty your pork and your beef slices of animals that you guys you so-called big men eat. Couldn't be anything further from it. You'll see you got weird looking cancers growing inside your body from all that antibiotic infused meats you're eating. By I see so many people on YouTube, they look like they're 60, and like a couple years ago they looked like they were 40. 2 years ago they looked like they were 40. I see a lot of people with huge guts, and you can't get rid of them because you're eating too much meat. I can pack on a few bowls of chili. I had lentils this week. I had bunches of vegetables, like copious amounts, and I gained about 8 pounds. But by Saturday, I'm down 6.5 pounds of what I gained. So I'm turning into muscle. I'm bulking up. I'm getting muscle mass back in my body that I didn't have. So I'm very happy with my vegan life. You know, going to people's houses and stuff in the future, I'm just gonna say like no thank you and things like that. I don't have to eat at somebody's house just because I go there. If it's not vegan, I'm not eating it. You know, I can't think of. Sometimes people are like, oh, I used 1 egg in this. I'm like, yeah, well, I can't stand eggs. Like, I don't value the egg industry in the slightest, so I don't wish. Like, it's like someone who is into karate, and then they're like, hey, isn't karate shitty? And then they feed you an egg sandwich, and they're like, oh, eat that. Karate sucks, man. It's like, no, I love karate. You don't have to love karate, but I do. I don't want to eat eggs. You know, that's exactly what it is. If you feed me eggs when I say I'm vegan, you're telling me you don't like my lifestyle. So I just have to figure out my sentence, you know, and some people ask me, a lot of people should know by now that I don't eat eggs. I don't like cheese. But it'll take some time, I guess, because a lot of people still ask me. So I have some, you know, I got to go through a few changes myself to ensure that I can get like, if I'm going to someone's place, maybe I should bring a wrap or something. Or maybe I should eat the wrap in the car before I get there, and then I'm sustained for 4 or 5, 6 hours, you know? So that's probably what I'll start doing, is just eating. I used to do that all the time. I used to eat before I went somewhere.
just because I don't expect people to have a nice vegan meal that's gonna, appeal to me. Some people don't like green peppers, some people don't like onions. I don't like cheese. I don't like eggs. And I take note when people are like, "Oh, I don't like green peppers. Oh, I don't like pineapple. Oh, I don't like onions. I don't like garlic." Like I know a lot of people that have all these. I know a person that doesn't like olives, so it's crazy. I know people that don't like mushrooms. It's just you've been brought up on a hot dog diet most of your life. Peanut butter and meatballs most of your life. So I'm not. Me and you not the same. When you go through your transformation, we'll be closer to the same. So I got a cup of water. I had a dash of almonds right there. I had a cup of oolong chocolate mint tea or something. I'm not sure what it's called. Hope you have an excellent day. I'm Hash Info. You're not. Peace.